Hey guys, James Avery. Today I wanted to show you guys, this is going to be the very beginning of my 3D print room. So I actually just went Friday, which was yesterday, went to the store and bought all of this lumber and all the plywood and everything. And then over here I've got drywall and then insulation finally. And so that's what I'm going to be doing here. This is going to be the 3D print room. So let's just switch and show you guys, kind of zoom out maybe. This is a 10-foot tall thing, so I'm going to have storage racking over here. And no, I don't have any out here. Oh, it's in my other building. So I in my other building I could go get that. But I've got metal storage racking that I can do here. Now I've even considered possibly putting the printers on this wheel cart right here. These are scaffolding things, and so hey, you could put the printers on there and maybe have like a little thing, like a little switch that mounts to the wall. But I could put 3 probably H-series printers on that. More likely going to have the X1 Carbon, the P2S, and the H2D on there. But that would be, you know, I could wheel it out and clean behind it if I needed to. So I just need to kind of test that and see how wobbly it is. Now inside I've had all these printers on just regular white tables. So let me just show you. I've got actually got a bunch of white tables too, shelving, and I have some comfortable chairs that I might put in here. But anyway, I've got a 3D print room inside my house, and it's in this like little 10x10 room, and half of it's got all the kids' toys. So this has been something that I've been needing to do for a while, because inside it was just a hobby. Out here it's going to be much bigger. I've actually got, it's so messy out here right now, but I've got this computer desk over here that and I've already got internet out here, and right here I've got a projector that goes up on the wall, so it's like I could even watch UFC events out here. That was cool. But now I'm going to have basically this printer room where I'm going to have it, and I wanted it in here to where I've got these 2 lights, so it's very bright in here already. And then I even have this hexagon light that I'm going to bring in too, so man, it's going to be bright in there. So I've got that hexagon light thing that I'm going to mount. Oh, bless me. I've got a lot of sawdust running around here because I actually just finished routing out this door. So on the outside, I'm keeping with the layer of the plywood. It's a shop. I throw things around, put stuff on the wall. Plywood on the outside. Just wanted to do that. And I'll paint this all white to match the rest of the building here. That way it's pretty strong, right? So you can put stuff on it. On the inside, I am going to insulate the entire in here. Now, I actually built this wall last year. And so you can see how I've kind of shoved all of that up there, because that on the very roof there, that's insulation. And I even put caulking all the way along there, and then painted it all. But man, that took forever. You can see how I went around all those beams. So this one I don't think will be as bad, except for when I get to that beam there. But I'm going to basically build the rest of the wall all the way up. I needed to get this wall kind of stable. Today I just put in my blue anchor bolts along the bottom. I use treated lumber there on the bottom. I think a house code is like every 12 inches. This is out in the garage, just my own little project here. So I only went like every other stud bay, which these are 16 on center. Basically, I would have built it 2 foot on center, but plywood and drywall, I didn't want it to be wavy at all. Plus these ones, I already had a few that were already 16 inch on center, so I just built them all 16. And then I'm going to build, like I said, the knee wall on the very top. And then I was considering at one time possibly doing a drop ceiling in here, and I still might do that just to be able to maybe put some fans up in the ceiling or whatever, but I'm not sure about that one yet. I'm just going to kind of put it in there to start with and then see how we go. I am going to keep in mind, though, where I do a drop ceiling, I could build a wall the rest of the way up there, but if I do a drop ceiling, then I want to make sure that that hexagon light is going to be below that. But I still might have to take it down anyway because it's got all those wires. But I'm going to have a couple plugs in this wall, which I already have. Yep, just one plug there. I've got a couple plugs on each of these walls over here. This is where the computer is going to go, so I've got 2 plugs here. And then this switch right here is going to operate the hex light. And so if I do walk in here from this end of the garage, there is a 3-way switch over there, so there's a plug and switch to operate all the main lights. And then when you walk in this door, there's also a switch here to operate half of these lights. and then there's a switch all the way over there by my door over there. So I've got plenty of switches all the way around. Any entrance that I walk into, the building is going to have switches. And then I did want it to have, I'll have LED strip lights and stuff too. So it's like if, at nighttime, I won't even turn on all the lights because I'll always have like little LED switch lights out here. But one of the things that I've been concerned with is humidity, because anytime it rains pretty hard, no matter what I do, I get a little bit of water coming in from underneath the garage door. So that's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But out here, you can see I've got some trailers because we sell some aluminum trailers. Got a pontoon out there, dump trailer, which somebody was going to rent that dump trailer for me today and they didn't come. Surprised by that one. But I've got barns out there too, so you can see. We manufacture storage sheds and horse barns, just like that. Those are actually repos over there, so we repoed them and then we're selling them again. But this has definitely been like my little workshop. Let me come over here and show you guys this real quick. I love it when I'm doing projects. I just have my cart that I put kind of all the little tools I'm needing. Little hand tools down there. I got my Sawzall up top. I've got some screws that I'm working with. My entire, all my tools, all my bits and stuff that I would need. Extra batteries. I've got a bunch of treated lumber here because I actually do build like little train sets and stuff for the kids, outdoor projects. So I've always got that whenever I want to. And then also like for customers, sometimes I replace their steps like that. So this one is still pretty good, but the top of it was a little messed up and it was just custom. So I'm probably just going to take it apart and burn it. But you can see here I built some wheels for train outside. And this is my DeWalt chop saw here. I've also got a table saw right there, all built into this. And then over here, I've got all my tools for all the DeWalt stuff. And now that I'm going to be out here more in the shop doing my 3D print stuff, I'm definitely going to organize everything a little bit better. But over the wintertime, when it's so cold, you just come out here and kind of throw your tools wherever, and then you go back inside. As I'm in Michigan, and it's just like, it gets, it was negative 10 degrees a few times. But I've got a few TVs everywhere that I've just never really hooked up. That one there is hooked up to the computer that's over there. So like I could watch YouTube and I was watching podcasts and stuff like when I was out here working. But most often than not, I would actually just pull out my phone and just listen to that. But one thing I really enjoy doing in the summertime is actually, and I've been doing it here in the past week, it is still like 40, 50 degrees out right now, but it's just been better. I love actually putting all my tools and stuff on this, as you can see here, water here. It was raining today. I left the garage door open on accident. So I got to sweep all this out. But yeah, for 3D printing, I'm going to have to put a dehumidifier in there, really monitor those levels. And then, like I said, to insulate everything, put an air conditioner in there. But with my golf cart, I absolutely love putting that out, putting all my tools on, driving wherever I need to go. Because I've got 5 acres here, so it's like I'm always at the other end of the property. I've got animals and horse and a donkey. There's my chainsaw bench with my kid's name on it. It's got little flowers on that end. I love chainsaw objects, but this is definitely going to be, the 3D print room, computer, LED lights. So I wanted to film this video. This is the very first one of this series. And if it does take off, then, well, you know what? In order for it to take off and be interesting, I've actually got to put together and edit better videos and stuff. This is just simply a walkthrough. And you guys are all probably bored by now anyway. I actually bought this from Menards, not because I didn't want that, but this is actually computers. And when you plug them in, it's an LED screen, so I got to take that entire thing apart and kind of build an LED screen out of it. All the little projects that I'm working on. This over here is basically my kids' toy dump area, where you can see, actually I have tires over here from my trailer tires, but what I will do is I'll take anything to do with trailers, tires, put it all in this corner. Okay, I have my four-wheeler there as well, but move that desk inside. And the reason why I wanted to build that room, and I needed to, is because I needed it in a totally enclosed place. That way I can stop getting dust all over everything, because it's like I cannot have a print room with dust and leaves and just wetness all over the place. So I'm really going to airtight this entire room, and it's going to be fun. So I'm going to be filming it. Maybe I'll do some time lapses and kind of put together an edit for it, and we'll go from there. If you guys have any suggestions at all, I'd love to hear them, and we'll build it out. All right, we'll see you guys.